Hello my good friends, welcome to our 2023 crochet temperature blanket February stitch reveal. So our February stitch is going to be the UK double treble stitch or the US treble stitch, and we're going to intersperse this stitch with what we've been doing for January, and I will show you why, and I think it will make sense. So I'm just going to go on and demonstrate this for you. So I've got 10 stitches here, and I'm just going to imagine that these 10 stitches are my last day of January. So it's February the 1st. I know what my temperature is going to be, and away I go. So normally when you turn your work or finish your row, you chain one to turn. To make our double treble, we are going to actually chain 4 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is actually going to act as our first stitch, and I will explain and all will become clear very soon when I finish this row. But what we're going to do is, because we're going to count this as our first stitch, we're not going to go into this first stitch here. It's almost like we've already done it. So we're actually going to go into this second stitch here, and like I say, I'll clarify that at the end so you can kind of understand the reasoning behind that. So to make our double treble stitch, you take your yarn and you wrap it around your crochet hook twice. You're going to go into your second stitch, grab your yarn and pull through. So now I have 4 loops on my crochet hook. From there, I'm going to pop my yarn over, and then I'm going to pull that new piece of yarn through my first 2 loops. So now I have 3 loops on my hook, sorry. Yarn over again. Pull that yarn through my next 2 loops, so now I have 2 loops remaining, and you guessed it, yarn over again, pull through my final 2 loops. That's my first stitch. I'm going to show you again. So yarn over twice, through into my third stitch, so don't skip a stitch again, we're now just going back to normal. Pull through, so now I have 4 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Oh, yeah, good. Yarn over, pull through 2. So it's going to get really comfortable after a little bit because you'll be used to kind of pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn around twice into my next stitch. Grab my yarn. No. Grab my yarn. Beautiful. 4 loops. Yarn over, through 2. Yarn over, through 2. Yarn over, through 2, and again yarn around twice, going in here to your stitch, grab your yarn, grab your yarn, pull through, 4 loops, yarn over, through 2, so 3 loops, yarn over, through 2, 2 loops, yarn over, through both, yarn around twice into your next stitch. So whole V again, just like you did before, through 2, over, through 2, over, through 2. And I mean, this kind of feels like where we get the treble kind of phrase from, is that you do that 3 times. And maybe for the UK, if we think the double is the double wrapping of the hook with our yarn. That might not be true, that might just be a good way to remember it. It might help me. Yarn over, so then we do single, and then a double, and then treble. So 1, 2, 3. That's why maybe it's a treble. Maybe not. I should do some research on that. Yarn around twice, through, and then around, and then through, and then through. Okay, coming into our last stitch. No, not. 2 more to go. Yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. And you can see it's kind of creating this almost like a little ladder effect, and it's a very tall stitch. So that might be why you're thinking, oh my goodness, like maybe we should alternate so it doesn't get so crazy tall. You're right, let's do that. So last stitch now, and through, and through. So just to show you, this is our first row of our double treble or treble stitch. And you can see we've got 10 posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'll note I counted these 4 stitches that we started with. That's because, that's because we're counting that as our first stitch. And it means that when you look up here, you've got 9 very clear V's, and you've got like a little moment here. So when we get to this end, we are actually going to go into one of these chains, probably this top chain here. But I'll show you that. We'll go the other way and I'll show you. And now we're going to go back to our single crochet. So we chain 1 again and we turn our work. And then again for our single crochets, we do go into the first stitch. We don't miss it like we did on the other one. So we go into the first stitch, and I'll just whiz us through this because you know what you're doing with your single crochet or your double crochet if you're in the UK. And through. And through. I'm still not super fast, but that's fine. And this is, again, we're doing the single crochet rather than learning another stitch because, again, it's that kind of experiential learning idea of try practicing things, keep learning, keep growing. Okay, so I'm at the end here. So last normal single crochet or double crochet. And then now I'm going to go into the top of this chain here. So you see I've got the V's. I'm going to go in here, grab, yarn over and then through. So that is going to be day 1 and 2 of your February crochet temperature blanket, really. And it's really nice because you've got the stretchiness and the openness of your double trebles, which will create kind of that more traditional crochet kind of look. It looks like a ladder. But then you've got the single crochet or the double crochet just bringing it back together to keep structure. Because if we just did these trebles, it could get quite stretchy and loose for February, and that might just create kind of a bit of a funny moment. So keeping in mind, every odd day is your double treble or your treble, and every even day is your single crochet. So what we will do, I think that's right. Yes, we will finish our month on single crochets, which will set us up nicely to go on to March, whatever magic March has in store for us. And so yeah, I'm very, very excited to carry on learning with you. Hooray!